Hey, Pahrump, I'm Dr. Michael Reiner.
And I'm Dr. Creig Christensen.
And we're your hosts for the Independent Doctors of Pahrump. We kind of lost our third partner. I guess he had someplace to go tonight. But
Yeah, he had a dentist appointment.
Oh, good for him. Good for him. Again, this is a live show. We're glad to have you here. And we'll probably get our usual routine of callers in. We're excited about that. And hope you're getting ready for the holiday season, being safe, being careful, not letting the goodness get in the way of your, the badness get in the way of your goodness, right?
It's cold and flu season, you guys out there. Make sure you're washing your hands and keeping your hands clean. Very, very important. You don't want to be sick over the holidays.
Yeah, and I said this a long time on the show, make sure that you wash the palms of your hands. That's what you touch everything with. And then try and keep your hands away from your face. That's whatever you touch, can get up in here. Yeah. And that's how these viruses spread, unless someone coughs on you, which then you're in trouble. So we've got Ray on the phone.
Hey, Ray. Always wear gloves all year long. Just wear the gloves. So when you shake hands, you don't catch anything. I mean, Doc, you always see the flag man, even in the middle of summer, wearing gloves. You say, what's wrong with this guy? But, I guess I just maybe too cautious. Do you think so? Too cautious?
As long as you're not a Howard Hughes type, you're in good shape.
I may just be. After I'm done on the street, I come home and I stay alone. I like my privacy after I'm done. But I'm outgoing when I'm on the street.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, it keeps you can still get sick from what's on your gloves that touch your face. So that's the key, is to keep it off your face.
Right. Hey, you mentioned last week about people still coming in for the medical use cards. If it's supposedly legal on the 1st, why are they still coming in? Did they give you a reason?
My guess is there's some difference between how much you can, and I don't know completely, and we really need to get somebody from the Grove on the show, but my guess is it's something to do with you can have more.
The quantity?
The quantity could be higher, and I think the different strains that may be available to medical people might be different for recreational. But I don't know all the ins and outs on that. I really don't know the answer in detail. So we need to get somebody on the Grove or somebody in the legislature or somebody to explain the differences. I really don't know. But there's obviously some benefit to owning a card, and there's some non-benefits to owning the card. But I heard someone saying the other day that the prosecutor or the DA wasn't prosecuting any marijuana issues because they knew it was going to be legal after the first of the year. So.
Well, when I talked to Carson City Inquiring, I talked to a fellow named Hanson, and he said with medical use cards, you're grandfathered in. And that would be the difference, I guess. You're grandfathered in as far as cultivation.
Well, the way I read the voting, when it was on the ballot, it looked like you could cultivate. So I didn't know what the difference was on that. Now, if that's true, well, that's different. But I think it looked like it could use cultivate. The way I read the ballot questionnaire, it looks like cultivation was on there.
They got all these catch-22s in it, but Doc, I mean, the 25 miles, if you're within 25 miles of a dispensary is one thing. They do have an exemption if you need some kind of strain that they don't have at the Grove or whatever, then you can cultivate at home. Trying to restrict the cultivation so they can sell more and make more money in taxes. It's obvious what they're doing. They put a simple question on the ballot, which anybody can understand, and then they complicate it with all the add-ons. And Chuck Augustine had a show on Nye County, which is on Channel 46.
Oh yeah, he's real knowledgeable about that.
He is. It was the third Tuesday of every month he's on. People ought to watch that show, and he pointed out about all these different exemptions and different things that they added on just to make it more difficult so they can tax you more money. And some of these people, I mean, most of these people, they cannot afford to go to a dispensary and pay those prices with all the taxes added on. So that's what it's all about. And what you just said as far as the prosecution, I'm in court every day. They're still arresting people for small amounts of marijuana. I see them in cuffs at 8 o'clock in the morning for possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce. They're still arresting them. Maybe they won't prosecute them, but they're still making life hard for them, and they shouldn't.
No.
They should not do it.
No, I mean, I understand with upholding the law, you know, up until time there's a different law. But I guess, you know, that's what it is. If you're a cop and someone's speeding, you got to pull them over and give them a speeding ticket. You got to take it in front of the judge and let the judge decide what they're going to do with it. And that's, you know, that's the way it is. That's our legal system. So for them to turn and look the other way for that, would they turn and look the other way for some other crime? So alcohol is legal, and yet if you get pulled over the DUI, they're going to throw you in jail for that. So same basic principle, I think.
I talked to a guy on the street the other day riding a bike. He has a backpack. He said they locked him up because he had an open beer. When I say open beer, I guess it was a bottle in his backpack for open container. And he's riding a bike along the highway. I said, how far are they going to go here? They searched his backpack. He's got an open beer in there. So he spent the night, then they cut him loose, but I said, it's just out of line. Hey, I'm going to listen to the rest of the show, and maybe I'll call in later, but glad to see you guys at a live show. I get excited when I see Bodie is there.
Yeah.
So have a good show. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Ray.
Along that line, I don't, you know, why, if somebody has an open container in their backpack, what was the point of that? Do you know?
I think what they're probably more concerned is not so much about the kid on the bike hitting somebody, but him going in.
No, I know that, but what's the, you're riding a bike and you're doing all that pedaling and you got an open beer container in the back, meaning you're not enjoying your beer, it's spilling all over your backpack.
Not until you get to the stop sign.
Okay, well, the logic somehow it just leaves me on that one, but that is I mean, if I'm a cop, I'm going to let him go too, because by the time he gets to drink that beer, it's all going to be in the backpack unless he wants to wring it out.
What did you see in your practice today, Doc?
Anything interesting? Basically, I think it was kind of so fast and so furious. It was a lot of refills, obviously, this time of year. I didn't see anything acutely that was ill. A lot of year-end stuff. We're doing a lot of closing some measures on Medicare screening.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the year, you know, every Medicare, because they're changing the way they're paying doctors, they're doing more outcome-based medicine. Mm-hmm. So next year, we're going to be doing wellness exams, and Dr. Bill will be doing them too, where you come in and you assess people for alcohol problems, depression. You're going to do a whole set of new screenings to identify illnesses and to try and prevent illnesses.
Okay.
Because 2019, if you don't report to Medicare that you're doing these measures, they're going to start taken away from your Medicare reimbursement. And so this is the way Medicare is trying to, number one, control the cost of medicine, but also trying to incentivize patients to be, responsive. So within your practice, you can report it. Now, when it comes up to me, that's kind of interesting, is when I get patients that don't want to comply with measures. And Medicare knows, they set the goals reasonable. 80% of your patients should have a mammogram, or 80% of your people should have a colon or some type of exam. So it's not 100%, because they know there's some people that can or some people that won't. But when you got patients that are non-compliant with those issues and you're stuck taking care of them, it becomes a real issue in terms of you want me to refill your prescriptions, you want to do this, but yet you don't want to do the things that need to do to help you stay healthy.
And they become a burden on the system, actually. You know, I know in the wellness concept that we have over at Calvada, we push the wellness. People come in with bad backs, bad shoulders, bad necks, bad knees, and we pretty much have a philosophy there that will get you up and moving, but you have to exercise, you have to move. You have to do something to help yourself get better. And it's the same approach, I think, with the Medicare. They want to see people doing something proactive to change your lifestyle. And you don't have to change the lifestyle dramatically.
But even like screening for a colorectal, I understand nobody really wants to drink all that stuff and go in for a colonoscopy. First of all, there are not a lot of people that do them up here and things of that nature. But you can do the little fit kit, you know, and that's a simple test that you can do in the comfort of your own home. You drop it in the mail, and if it's positive, then you have a choice to make, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and really, it's a very reliable test, and it's very good over the age of 50. But we're going to go to break. So we're going to come back and we're going to pick up the stool in the toilet bowl. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Reiner, your host of the Independent Doctors of Pahrump, a TV show that airs Monday night on Channel 46. I want to remind you that I am a practicing physician in Pahrump, and I'm an independent practitioner, which means I am not bought by any insurance company or corporate medicine. We provide the highest level of care. We have nurse practitioners. We have other physicians, specialists who come to our office. Please come visit me. I'm at 1316 East Calvada here in the heart of Pahrump. Thank you.